Hi, my name is Yuzi Hernandez, and this is my persuasive speech, rough draft presented 3 slideshows. So what we'll be discussing today. So today we will be discussing the reasons why the voting age should be equivalent to the drinking and smoking age. So in these next few slides, I'm going to be stating some facts of the age restrictions in the United States. So in the United States of America, you are legally allowed to vote at the age of 18, but you're not legally allowed to buy or consume alcohol until you are 21 years old. In the United States of America, you are legally allowed to enlist into the military at the age of 18, but you're not legally allowed to smoke until you are 21 years old. And here's a little image of those inconsistencies. So in the United States, these age restrictions are very inconsistent. It's either you have to be 18 or you have to be 21. But technically at the age of 18, you are a legal adult. Okay, so I have a few questions for these next 2 slides for anyone who still doesn't think these inconsistencies are important. So my first question is, why are we letting 18-year-olds decide if they want to die for our country but restricting them from smoking? My question with this is, if we're letting someone quite literally put their life on the line for this country, but not letting them do things that are really common in these bases, like drinking and smoking, how is that in a way fair? They're technically an adult, but they're not allowed to do adult-like things like the rest of the people they are surrounded by in the military bases. And I'm not saying we should let 18-year-olds drink and smoke. I'm not saying we shouldn't. We should raise the enlisting age to 21. I'm just saying it's up to you which one you think it would be the best option. I just think whichever age we decide, it should be the same, and this shouldn't be an inconsistency, because once you're a legal adult, you should be allowed to do legal adult things. So for this question, your answer might be, well, they're enlisting themselves into the military. This is a choice they made on themselves that it may affect their family, but at the end, it's like their personal choice. It will affect them the most at the end of the day. And I understand that. That is their right. They're making their own choice. But that's why this next question comes in. Why are we letting 18-year-olds decide on who can run our country, but not decide if they can have an alcoholic drink? This second thing is something that affects all of us. We're letting 18-year-olds decide who runs our country. And that is something that affects you, me, and them. It affects everyone. So we can't really use that reference that the choices they're making don't affect anyone else, because they do. They affect me, they affect you, they affect everyone in this country. And I just find that inconsistency quite unfair. So how do you explain the fact that someone is a legal adult at like 18, but we don't allow them to do adult-like things? I just find it, once again, once you're an adult, legally an adult, you should be allowed to do legal adult things. So according to science, a person's mind is not fully developed until they are 25 years old. Well, my thing with that is, if someone's mind isn't fully developed until they're 25 years old, why are we letting someone whose mind isn't fully developed decide if they can enlist into the military at the age of 18? Why are we letting someone whose mind isn't fully developed until they're 25 drink an alcoholic beverage at the age of 21? That is something that can quite literally mess with their mind and alter it in a negative way. I'm not saying let's raise all our restrictions till the age of 25. I'm just saying that if we're going to put a restriction on these things, they should be equivalent, because no matter at the age of 18 or the age of 21, their mind is not going to be fully developed. So let's talk about the legal aspect of this. To actually get something passed to where these ages restrictions are equivalent, we'd have to make a constitutional amendment. A constitutional amendment is not an easy thing to do, quite so ever. It is quite hard to do, especially nowadays. But I feel like it's something worth our time and something we should be willing to do, because as it is right now, the status quo limits the rights of legal adults. It limits the freedoms that these adults can have in our eligible to do. So I feel like this is definitely something we should look more into and talk more about. And that's the end of my persuasive speech presented through slideshows on why the voting and drinking age should be equivalent. Thank you.